Good evening, hammers and hammerettes. I'm a little bit late to the party as regards to the Palace game, but better late than never, as they say. Just wanted to say my piece. And as away days goes, it doesn't really get better than that, does it? Two goals scored and none conceded, and a totally opposite outcome to the 5-2 thrashing that we got last season. So I enjoyed the game. It was tense. It was end to end. There weren't a lot in the game in the first half. I thought it was quite competitive. I would say that we looked more composed in possession and looked to build from the back a little bit more, whereas Palace were trying to counter us early on. I'd say the first 20 minutes or so. As the half grew on, I think they had like the better of the first half. But I was really positive. Yeah, really positive about our approach. Really positive in the way we was trying to play. A little bit frustrated as always. You know, you can't have a perfect performance. But it's a very tight and competitive game, and we really dug it out and we competed, and we didn't concede early. Palace probably had the better chances in the first half. Second half, obviously, once you get the goal, you relax a little bit more, and I think the confidence drained out of Palace a little bit, and the confidence with us grew. The substitutions definitely made a positive impact. So early on, I actually thought Mikel Antonio could have done better. At the back post, I think it was after 3 minutes, the ball come to him and he just failed to connect. So it could have been a really perfect start. He then was unable to hold the ball up, and Eze went through on goal and Areola saved. Apart from that, to be honest with you, I think Areola had quite a quiet game, which is quite surprising. I can't remember him making many other clear-cut saves rather than to stop Elise midway through the first half. Souček seems to be playing as a number 10, more attacking, which arguably is probably his best position. I hear a lot of people say that he's not the best in possession. His passing lets him down, you know. But going forward, the numbers don't lie. He poses a threat going forward, and he seems to be playing further up, kind of like in a 10 role. Lucas Paqueta seems to be playing more centrally as well. Obviously, last season playing on the left, he links up with Emerson really well. But I think for a player with his ability and his creativity, I think playing just behind Souček and being the more box-to-box midfielder where Rodriguez just played the defensive midfield kind of works, and the balance is quite good. Rodriguez, what a great little addition. He's probably one of them players who will go like unnoticed most of the time, maybe a modern day like Peter Butler, but he knows that role really well, to just be a deep laying defensive midfielder. He was neat and tidy. His positioning was good, and some really good first touch passes as well. Kudos had a great chance in the first half as well, where it broke through him and he whizzed one on his right foot that just went past the post. And Kilman, he looks like a Rolls Royce, doesn't he? I mean, I don't want to tempt fate. It's only been a couple of games, but he looks like an absolute steal. Even though we played like more on like 40 million for him. I don't like talking down on players. I really don't. But if you look at the difference between what he brings to our team to what, say, Kurt Zouma would bring to the team, the difference is there to see. He looks so composed on the ball. He looks at ease with the ball at his feet, good close control. and quite a few times now, I see him in the Aston Villa game in one occasion where he's got the ball and he just attacked the space and ran into midfield. And he done it even more so against Palace once in the first half, and obviously in the second half setting up Jared Bowen's goal. And I just don't think you get many centre-backs that do that and are able to do that in this day and age. And a very shrewd bit of business by Julian Lopetegui to recognise his skill set and to bring him to West Ham and put him in the centre of our defence. It's well known that he played for England for the futsal tournament. Now, to play that type of football, you've got to be confident with the ball and you've got to have good close control. And the way he attacks the space in front of him when he gets an opportunity, I just love it. Quite similar to Declan Rice. I'm not just like name dropping for the sake of it. But when you get a big lad like that and they've got good close control and they attack the space, they're very, very hard to stop. And the way he brushed off Adam Walton and kept his composure, looked up and picked out like Jared Bowen in the second half was amazing. He would definitely be my man of the match. I thought Bowen had quite a quiet game. He always tries, does it? He always gives 100%. But when you've got players like Kudos, Bowen and Paqueta, as long as you've got a workman like 11 that are really going to grind, you know they've got that individual moment of magic that's a game changer, that's a match winner, and that proved right for Bowen on Saturday. Like one clear cut chance, goes through, composed. He knows what he's going to do. We know what he's going to do. The defenders know what he's going to do, but you can't stop him. Great finish. I was actually getting a bit fed up of Souček as the game grew on, to be honest with you, because he just gave away so many fouls. I think the count was about 6 or 7 fouls. He gave the ball away a couple of times. But listen, when you score, right place, right time, tuck it away. When you put the ball in the old onion bag, then everything else seems to be forgotten. Because he's contributing in a positive way. And I just thought, like the subs come on, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the way he just nipped it over their defender and attacked the space and held it up for Bowen. I thought like them little individual moments of quality are what win like tight games. And I thought he had a splendid little cameo. Full crew come on and got himself about the place a little bit, looked hungry, added a different dimension. So absolutely ecstatic about the result. A nice little foundation to build upon. Obviously we've got Man City next, and you don't really want to be like having no points after 3 games. I think we had a similar start under was it Pellegrini? I think we lost our first 4 or 5 games, and then you're really up against it, aren't you? And the confidence starts lagging. So it is really important and good that we got that 3 points on the in the bag. And I suppose Man City at home is a free hit, I guess. But yeah, I think this team and the mentality that Lopetegui is trying to install is that we're not going to expect to get beat by anyone, and on our day we can give anyone a game. So I'm not discounting the Man City game. I'm really not. We'll be lucky. We'll have to be at our best to take something from the game, but at home with the 12th man, with that little bit of confidence, especially if we can get a positive result against Bournemouth on Wednesday, I think we could nick something. Looking forward to seeing possibly full crew from the start. Somerville, Tadibo. Looking forward to seeing them guys get some minutes under their get some minutes and ease them in. But yeah, just a really positive time at the moment to be a West Ham fan. I'm not getting too ahead of myself, but just quietly confident, which I think like most of us are. because we've got some real quality now, and we've got some real strength in depth. And still hearing whispers about Solar, the Spanish midfielder from PSG might be coming in, and Tammy Abrahams as well, which I think will be a shrewd bit of business. He's had a really bad injury, hasn't he? But pre-injury, Tammy Abrahams, like I did rate him, and for the kind of like money we will get him for, I think he's possibly an upgrade on both Danny Ings and Antonio. So happy days, positive time to be a West Ham fan, and long may it continue. But for now, I'm going to say good night, and I'll see you next time. Come on, you Irons.